I can tell you the very first thing I bought.
Oh.
And it used up my entire paycheck.
Oh.
It was a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's.
Something awesome happened today.
Today,
yes. And we'll get to how wet and wild we got yesterday. But something happened today.
Okay.
I don't know if we've talked about this before. Franklin, my ex-wife's son, got his very first pay stub, his very first paycheck.
Okay.
And we thought, as responsible as we try to be in this day and age, and especially with how the economy it is, whatever, it's his very first paycheck. Okay. So I said, yes, you should go splurge on your, I don't care what you buy, obviously within reason, but go have fun. You've earned it. You have all your years ahead of you to be irresponsible. Go ahead and splurge. Did you do that with your first paycheck?
Or how much was his paycheck?
I didn't ask.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. He's been working there for maybe a week now.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been working there for about a week now. It's at a bakery, a very highbrow kind of bakery that you would not step foot into because you'll burst into flames because it's too high end.
You have to wear a collared shirt to walk in, kind of thing.
No, they just look at you and they're like, no, even if with the collared shirt, sorry. With me, the red carpet and everything. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it's kind of like one of those kinds of bakeries. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but beside the point, let's just say for argument's sake, it's $100.
Okay. What did he get?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, but so you just said do your thing,
right? Do the thing. Go have fun. Mm-hmm. I don't know if their mother is charging rent or if their grandmother's charging rent or anything like that, or what have you.
Right.
But first paycheck in my book of references, yeah, just go have fun with it. And then after that, we can talk about rainy day fund and this fund and a 401
this is his first
or
legit
whatever.
Paycheck.
It's their first legitimate paycheck going to Mr. FICA. That's all that stuff. So cool. I know you don't get that joke. Yeah. So, but did you do something akin to that with your very first paycheck?
I can tell you the very first thing I bought.
Oh.
And it used up my entire paycheck.
Oh.
It was a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's.
Oh, okay. So it was a very, was it a 1 day's worth or half a day's worth paycheck?
1 day's worth, but I had a uniform fee on it. And I was only paid $5.25 an hour, and so it was literally $6.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I went and got a Shamrock Shake.
So, but it came in a check form, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is where it gets better.
Oh,
this is where it gets better. I forgot about this until you just said that.
Okay.
So it was a Wells Fargo check.
Gotcha.
So I was like, Wells Fargo. In Utah, we have a giant Wells Fargo building downtown, which is an actual bank at the very bottom.
Yes.
So I went down and I went all the way up to Lagoon, all the way out in Farmington, picked up my check, came all the way down on a bus.
That's about a 40-minute drive from here.
From here? Yeah.
35?
At least that for on a bus.
Oh, on a bus, probably more.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember back then especially, but yeah, it took a minute to get out there, get back. And I go inside and they're like, oh, if you're not a member, we charge a $5 fee. Yep. And I look at them, I'm like,
yep,
it's $6 for this check. You're telling me you're going to take 5 of the $6?
But sir, you're going to...
No.
Well, no, hold on. We'll give you 4 quarters and then you can take those quarters
and shove it up my butt?
Shove it up your ass. Yeah, exactly.
No. So I kind of looked at him because this is my first job. I'm like, are you for real?
How old were you?
15.
Okay.
So I'm doing my best to be like, what? I didn't have the level of confidence I do now. I mean, who does, right?
Of course.
It's literally half my age.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at him are you for, I just went out to Lagoon on a bus to get this, came all the way back here, and now you're going to just take most of this.
And so this is what you're saying or what you've internalized?
I've internalized and I'm processing, you can see, you can kind of, it's one of those you can see all this in my eyes kind of thing of like,
so it's like that meme of all the equations coming at the person. Yeah.
But it's like sad equations and stuff of like, are you for like, I know I lost the money for like my uniform.
Yeah.
Now I'm losing the money for like not having an account with you. I'm sorry. And the person finally like overrid the thing. They finally were like, it's fine, like, whatever. Because I'm kind of like, are you like, why did you even ask that? Like, we charge a fee, and because I remember I was like, it's a Wells Fargo check though, like it's your thing, it's coming from it's you,
right?
Why are you charging money from you? And they're like, just forget it.
Did they at any point attempt to sign you up as a member? No. Now, out of curiosity, did you have a bank that you could go to of your own at the time?
No.
Okay.
I think in the end, I actually ended up with a Wells Fargo account.
Okay.
But I don't remember much because it was like a joint account to my mom or something.
Yeah.
All I remember from that account is two things. One, I had a RuneScape subscription through it.
You still do, by the way, and you're still paying on it. So that's where a lot of your money's going.
My account, like, apparently, during the time when my mom died, my account went in the negative, and they charged like $5-10 a day. It like racked up a bunch, and they called me, and they were like, "Hey, your account is super delinquent." And I was like, and they're like, "What? Like, you're attached to your parent account. What's going on?" And I was like, "Well, my mom just died," and they're like, "Never mind, bye." Never heard from them again.
Really?
Yeah, it just disappeared.
So did all those overdraft fees that were accruing just disappear, or they just never called you back?
That whole thing is just gone. That was the last I ever heard of Wells Fargo.
Okay, that
was the last thing. I don't know if they like did something on their end or something, because I don't know if it were you, but if it were me, I've been like, oh my gosh, I'm going to put your account to 0. Lock it and leave it.
My first purchase, mind you, I worked at a toy store at the time. Like my first like actual job was a toy store, and being into WWE or WF at the time, like I was very, very excited to get like collector's editions, and they had this thing where there were 4 individual statues or figurines of like the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, and I believe it was the Dudley Boys, another tag team couple. And you got the figures, but then the stand was the corner of the ring. So if you open up all 4 packages, you get a whole ring. Yeah.
You get a corner. Okay,
exactly.
Now you have the whole ring. Yay.
So, but then with my discount, it was pretty substantial in my head at the time.
3%.
And I mean, honestly, it could have been 5. I don't even think I cared all that much. It was probably 10.
You just heard the word discount. And you're like, I get a discount on toys?
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
I don't know math, so I'm like, yeah, 3%. That's a lot, right? So, so that's what I bought. I bought 2 of them.
Right.
So all I could afford was 2 at the time, and I did plan to resell them because I had kind of a pseudo eBay business at the time as well.
On your first job?
I sold stuff like my old toys and my old CDs and stuff like that on eBay. So my first job, I was going to flip essentially collectibles. I wouldn't.
This lends a lot of credence into his personality.
I wouldn't steal
first job, and he's like reselling and like selling on eBay.
Yeah, because you could make a lot of money.
This tells me a lot.
No, but look,
this is like peeling back the onion, just layer after layer.
You buy the limited edition Barbie for $50.
Okay.
Then you resell it for $70.
Right.
That's only a $20 profit, granted. But like anything else, if your store is up to date, it's coming in with new merchandise on a frequent basis, yada 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 yada. Repeat business. Bob's your uncle. And you've got Uncle Bob and a lot more profit. So anyways, Franklin, if you are watching this, go and have fun with your first paycheck. Don't do anything I would do.
And apparently don't start almost like a racketeering business.
There's no racketeering. Look, if you want to get into the reselling, you know who to talk to and where to go for that. So
apparently him. So what did we do yesterday? What did you do yesterday? Because you did something for the first time yesterday.
So I've been on a speedboat before. We've talked about this.
Right.
But when it comes to being towed behind the speedboat, I've never done that. And yesterday was my first attempt at tubing.
Yes.
As they call it. That was a lot of fun. I went with your friend Bryce, very nice young man, and this particular inflatable could seat 3, but it was just the 2 of us, Bryce and I. If I remember in post, I will add a video of it, and I will point to the video right now. So if you're watching live and you cannot see the video,
probably be in the center, so it'd be like here.
Well, like if I do this as a TikTok, it's going to be right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if it's on YouTube, it's here.
If it's on YouTube, it's here. If it's on a TikTok, it's right here. And if it's on OnlyFans, that's surprising because we're not on OnlyFans.
Yeah, you got the wrong. Yeah. Stop subscribing to them.
We've come to a conclusion. That's not us. My knuckles are killing me. All my body muscles are just not happy with me. Like I used muscles yesterday that I have not used. And many moons.
Far too long.
Many moons.
Far too long, I think is the proper term.
Now, one thing that I have also never done was it's not wakeboarding that you did. What is it called?
Surfing.
Wake surfing. I've never done wake surfing. I've been on a longboard, a skateboard, a shortboard, a pennyboard, and I've been on a snowboard for 5 seconds. It was almost laughable. So I want to try this out. Quinnton, on the other hand, I wouldn't call him a master by any means whatsoever, but compared to me, he's fucking legit. So Quinnton,
thanks.
No, genuinely, I was very impressed. Like I was watching you get up the first time, and that first time was also the first time you let go of the leash, and I was like, okay, like 3 years ago, you and I were probably the most inactive people in our group. Yeah. George Martinez down in LA is working out, doing CrossFit or whatever it is. We got Ainsley doing freaking marathons and everything else and making me look like Cruddy McDudface, and all these other people that are trying to better their lives. And you and I, around that time, were still like, games. We still are, but you have taken up to the next notch and trying to find things that are all year round exciting.
I still go, games. I just don't get tired from lifting my arm anymore.
Yeah, luckily, nor do I. But going back to this, yes, you did surprise me because I didn't expect you to get up that quickly. Now, mind you, you've done this before. Mm-hmm. Like, how many times have you been on the lake with Madison's folks?
2 or 3.
Okay. And so how long did it take you to get up? Like within the first go, or was it like after, like the next visit?
Like the second.
Okay.
Go, like the second, like I went one time and all I did was just what you did. Just
what I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Immediately.
Yeah. To be clear, I could not get up on this thing. Like I was way too much in my head.
Yeah.
And every time that you said don't get in your head, I got in my head.
I wasn't the one saying that, but yes.
Yeah.
I was saying push with your heels. I was the one saying that.
No, because I said I'm in my head, and you're like, yeah, don't get in your head. Just push with your heels. Just focus on that.
Sure.
Yeah. But whatever the case was,
yeah,
like every instruction I got from you, Brian, Maddie's mom, anybody else, it just was like everybody talking, and it was all nice. I didn't feel any malice from anybody.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
But it very much was like, and it sucks because it's all like nice things. Mm-hmm. Like everyone's just trying to be encouraging and helpful. And it's like, hey, you've fallen 7 times, but we don't care. We're having fun. Like we want you to get up and do this and enjoy yourself. And if you're not enjoying yourself, then, then we'll figure something else out. And I'm like, I appreciate that, but thank you. So I just didn't know how to feel. But then, like, my hamstring was like, I know how to feel.
And you feel terrible.
Yeah. So that's when I'm like, I'm bowing out.
Yeah.
But, it was interesting seeing you on the wake and then hearing Madison, like, give you constructive criticism on, like, how well you've improved, but also just, like, how you could be that much better. And then hearing her father about the same kind of like not issue, but the same kind of point to
like thing to work on
to get better on, and he was a lot more poignant in how you should what you should do to follow through to get that sorted out. But yeah, that was fun, man. Like I hated the rocks at the beach.
Oh my gosh! Why did we go to that one?
And the beach hated me, because when you threw the frisbee, and I was so cool and I dove for it because you told me to.
Mm-hmm.
I then slammed my footsie on a rocky, and rocky go into footsie, and footsie hurt a lot, and it still hurt a lot. So
it still hurts.
I'm still in pain, like actively in pain right now. I'm speaking to you with pain. Aurelia and I are going to prom, an adult prom, and Mr. Firewall Quinnton Face is going to read it.
Oh, okay, you want me? Okay. Be our guest as we transport you past the second star to the right. Okay, so there's a Disney prom. No. Okay, sorry. Okay.
That's just what
they themed. Okay. And
wait, I'm not going dressed up as a Disney character, am I?
Second star to the right, and into the night where dreams come true. The introduction is very Disney. That all of that.
Wow, that's so Disney. They got the silhouette of the castle.
And princesses to enjoy a night to remember as we proudly present where dreams come true. A night destined to fulfill all your Disney fairy tale hopes and dreams. Are you sure it's not Disney themed?
It's very much Disney themed.
It's not.
But what is that?
It says it's Disney.
I promise. There were other posts. I must have pulled up one that is very Disney themed, but it's not.
Oh, so that's not the one that we're going to. Oh, it is the one that we're going to.
Sorry.
That's all right. It got better, or less Disney, as.
I'm gonna imagine like someone part of the there's let's say 6 people all putting this together, and one of them is one of those Disney adult super fans, the ones that you're like, please stop, like everything about them.
I think we watched the same video on them, but yes, go on.
I think not, but because I haven't seen any videos, but continue. I want to imagine they sent this out and everyone else is just like, dude,
yeah,
like, are you serious?
Yeah,
no, yes, we have like Disney elements, but like it is like 12% max.
Have you seen the new like gated community Disney World?
I heard about it when it was being built. This is all I've got for you.
Well,
I don't pay attention to it.
It is here now.
Great.
And you could live.
How much is rent?
It's not rent. You buy. These are
buying. How much is buy?
Lots of buy. Lots of moolah.
More than $1.
And I don't like the idea that all like the little fixtures are gonna have a Disney-esque kind. Look, I love Disney, but I don't want to look at my railing and see like the outline of Mickey Mouse instead of just slats like those railings.
The adult store is they've got it like a whole little city, right? A whole little town. And like they've got like the 7-Eleven that's all Disney themed, whatever. They've got the movie store / like Best Buy thing that's all Disney themed, but then they have the adult store. Terrible. Oh no, it is.
So apparently we are going to a Disney themed prom.
Oh, I'm so excited. Do you want to take my GoPro?
No, why would I want to take your GoPro?
So you can record the Disney super fans.
I have a phone. Like, I don't.
Because then you could be the annoying vlogger.
No, I'm trying to enjoy my night with Aurelia, not ruin it by putting a GoPro in someone's face and asking them why there's.
You don't point it at people. You point it at yourself.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
you go, what's up, guys? This is Tony Hannides here, coming from you live. Let's, you know what?
From Ulan.
Just double down. Be like, yeah, from you live, coming at you from where dreams come true, the prom. I'm dressed up here as Tammy Hot Dog, the casual Disney character.
Anyway,
this is the lovely Aurelia dressed up as a great, lovely thing. But here I am as Tammy Hot Dog at the Where Dreams Come True prom. We're going to go walk around, look at some Disney characters. It's going to be great. That's you. And like,
are you happy with the hijack here? So anyways,
LazyTechTony.tv.twitch.com.
I want to get back
/org.
I want to get back into the questions. because we have had a few questions come through.
Okay.
But the first question I want to answer, because this is cognizant of what we're talking about. What is your favorite, or who is your favorite Disney character?
Boba Fett.
Okay, you stole it from me. So
try again.
Well, no, like Boba Fett is not my favorite, but I was gonna use a Star Wars
like Star
character.
Wars. Oh, they own Star Wars.
I was gonna do Star Wars character, or like like a Marvel character or something like that. But of the quintessential like classic Disney characters.
Oh, I don't know, dude. I legit
like proverbial like metaphorical gun to your head. Go.
The girl from the Wreck-It Ralph, because she goes and sees all the Disney princesses and they have a very meta conversation, very fourth wall breaking, and it's funny. It's about the best I got.
Okay. All right. Cool.
They make fun of the girl with the Scottish accent because no one can understand her. No one can.
That was a funny moment in that movie. Okay, that got picked up. Good. What is your first thought of the day?
What time is it?
That's your first thought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. Regardless of alarm, no alarm, especially no alarm.
Ooh, that's the worst.
Yeah. I would say if there's got to be a knee jerk, what's my first thought of the day? It's what time is it?
Now, is that usually filled with stress, or it's just more of a this is my routine of, so what time is it?
If it's my alarm, no stress. If it's no alarm and I didn't set an alarm, no stress. If it's no alarm and I did set an alarm, high stress.
Yeah.
Of like, am I just waking up early? Because I can kind of internal clock it and accidentally like wake up like a few minutes before my alarm, which I have a love-hate relationship with. But it's always that like, did I miss my alarm?
Oof.
And those are the worst. So I'd say it's what time is it, and just dependent on the situation. What about you?
Yeah, my first thought is very, very similar to that, especially recently going to Denver. By the way, I was in Denver for like a week. Screwed everything up for me because although it's the same time zone,
is it?
It is. Is it? Your fucking Cockney accent. It screwed up a lot of things for me internally because the events, all the things started way earlier than I am normally accustomed to.
Okay.
I'm accustomed to get like Corey, if you're watching, I got up way earlier than this, but I'm accustomed to waking up at 9, and then our first meeting is at 9:30, and then I work from like 9 to whatever 8 hours is after that, right, Corey? Cool. All right. If it's any, but the Walmart event, breakfast ended at what did I say? It ended like at 7:30. It ended at 7:30. And if you remember events that we've gone to, like our opening remarks and stuff like that, they start at 7:45, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So breakfast ends at 7:30, and it fucking ends at 7:30. So anytime after that, you're either hoping that the staff is really understanding, or you're running in and running out.
Right.
So we had to be there. And what's really nice though, not a huge amount of people were at the hotel that I was at. So we were able to get a good sizable breakfast every morning, but we had to be there at like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Ew.
To just, get in line and make sure
Was it a good breakfast?
It was the same kind of breakfast that you and I have experienced from FLX and Unite, where you get your eggs, your bacon, your potatoes, your fruits, sausage. Yes, there were sausages, OJ, coffee, tea.
Okay, so it was, if I remember right, especially the eggs, they're good.
Eggs were not good.
They're not good.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, so this was one of those instances where it was basically like an egg mix. You know what I mean?
No, I remember it was like, I remember the last time you and I were together at an event that had eggs and stuff. They were like a little undercooked, but in a good way, and it was delicious. They were fantastic eggs, a little salt and pepper, and boom, you have yourself a great breakfast.
Yeah, this was not that. Sorry,
no.
This was not that. It was very underwhelming for the egg side of everything, but with all things considered, the rest of it was very, very good for a free breakfast. Aurelia has a question.
What would you do if you woke up the next day and the sun was not shining? Not like there is cloudy, but like the sun just was not shining.
I watched a science video on this, and I'd be very concerned with.
So,
the future
like,
of
there was
our-
no sun? Like, the sun is no longer a thing. Whew! All right, Quentin, you go first. Go. Because you watched the video.
I watched the video many moons ago, and
Okay.
I'd just be concerned about, like, are we gonna die?
Yeah.
Because that would be my first thought.
We rely on the sun
a
for
lot.
so
And for just
many
like
things.
gone, like
yeah.
Okay, is the gravity from the sun gone? Because
Right.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Is like there's like it just layers on
like,
layers on layers.
Like the first thing that I would do is like, okay, turn the lights on. Like, so for right now, because of fossil fuel, like we can have lights. Like that would
lights
be
and
our
heating,
thing.
Yeah, for like
Sure.
all of like I think it was like a month.
Right. Yeah. But then it's all these like micro things that just kind of add up
and ripple
and
and
ripple and
ripple.
ripple and ripple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah, no, it definitely would be bad. So if that were to happen past turning on all your lights and trying to figure it out, and if there were nothing that we could, it wasn't like we wait a week and the sun comes back, like sun's gone. And yes, you're right. There might have some sort of aggression with gravity and like something else happens where the tides go weird. Although I know the tides have something to do with the moon or something like that. But something else happens that it just gets worse and worse and worse. What would you do? Like, is this the point where you go, I love my job, but fuck it. I think this is apocalypse time, so I'm just gonna go do me.
I feel like that would be pretty much everyone of like full apocalypse mode of like we need to move underground.
Do you think that we prioritize certain mines over others?
I don't think we'd have a choice. Like it would not be certain mines; it'd be certain dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd be a money game.
Okay, yeah,
It'd be a money game, 100%.
No,
Of
like
like
I'm not oblivious or ignorant or naive to that.
Yeah.
Beyond the money part, though, like if Albert Einstein was still alive, and he was still like the smartest man on the planet, and everyone revered him,
Yeah.
and this happened, and let's say he had no sponsors and no money to his name, but people knew he was the smartest guy. Do we save people like him? Or do we say, oh, well, you have no money. Sucks, Mr. Smarty Pants.
I'd say someone as well known as Albert Einstein. Yeah, they're gonna save him. But then again, like that's even if you gather up all the high level science YouTubers, all the high level science social media people, all the science people that are actually doing science in the back end and stuff. That's still a small percentage. You're talking less than probably like a million people.
Okay, so that's kind of good in a way.
It's kind of good, but I'm not alive in this scenario, so I'm kind of not okay with it.
Yeah, but if it furthers the human race,
I'm not here for the human race. I'm here for me.
Sucks to suck. This is not about you.
This is about me.
No, it's not. It's about the human
hearts
race.
Hearts and minds, my friend.
Hearts and minds to move forward and to get past what we're dealing with right now and to evolve, as you said, to do that underground. Unfortunately, including me, we're going to have to leave behind.
No.
You're just going to say no to the universe? No, I don't wanna.
I mean, that's my goal. That would be my goal over the coming weeks of no sun.
This isn't the movie the day after. Like it doesn't work like that. Like
what had happened in the day after?
The hero of the story, or in this particular situation, you being the hero of your story, gets saved.
Okay,
to be clear,
I don't think I don't have like the what's that called? Protagonist syndrome or whatever it is, where you think you're the center of the story.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't. That would make you a sociopath.
Yeah, but I'm saying like no, my goal over the coming weeks of no sun would be to survive. And so that would be like, you're saying like, oh, it's an eventuality, you're probably going to die. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to fight it tooth and nail. Like, I'm not going to be just in the crowd, in like the typical, like pandemic movie where you have the crowd of people behind a fence all like, hey, let us in. We all want to live. Sorry, it's only like these people. No, I'm going to be the guy like bursting through the fence with the car with guns blazing. Like, no, get the hell out of my way. I'm living.
Okay.
Or joining the forces that are doing the things so I can live. Like, whatever it takes.
Either I'm extremely naive to your plight and to your ability to think that would work, or I'm just extremely pessimistic or realistic to think that you would be killed off.
Here's the answer.
Very quickly.
Here's the answer. If I fail my goal, I die. If I don't do anything, I die. But if I try and succeed, I live. So why not try?
I mean, that's not a bad way to look at it. I mean, that's a very pragmatic and a positive outlook on the situation. I'd say the disadvantage of that is getting, if we cut it in half, 3.5 billion people. Let's just cut it down again because, little babies can't do much. 1 billion people. 1 billion people our age or around our age, able-bodied individuals, all have the same mentality to try to get underground, to try to get a spot.
Right.
There's no infrastructure for that. So the problem with that, I say, is I admire your candor and I admire your will to live, but by your recklessness, I think it might have a domino effect of kind of destroying what could be. And
that's the answer. Quinnton ends the human race. No, I would be fighting for like, okay, let's build more shelter. Like, okay, like we don't need to have McDonald's open. Great. Guess what? Literally all that billion people, 2 billion, 3 billion, whatever, everyone's a construction worker now. Everyone's a miner. Everyone's a digger. Everyone's fabricator. Everyone, like, let's not just, make enough room for them. Let's see if we can bump that number up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching and or listening this episode. If you want to follow us digitally, you can find us not only on Instagram, but also on TikTok. Just search for the Still Recording Podcast. And if you'd like to follow us individually, Quinnton, where can people find you?
On Instagram and Xbox at Firewall.
You folks can find me at those locations under Lazy Tech Tony. Again, thank you very much for hanging out with us, and we will see you in the next one. Later.
Bye, guys.
Hi.